Hey there, Crown Up Nation. It's your girl, Danny Royal from DannyRoyal.com. And I feel like it's been a minute since I've been on. There has been so many things, in my life changing, that has changed. I am in a new location, like a whole nother state. It's still some things that are going on behind the scenes, but I trust God. I trust His timing. I trust what He's doing. I trust what He's going to do. I'm going to continue to stay faithful. I'm going to continue to be steadfast. Today, I wanted to share with you all, well, tonight rather, I wanted to share with you all what's been in my spirit. So, and also it correlates Bible study tonight because we had Bible study tonight. Yes. And might I add, it was an amazing Bible study. But what I want to add is I literally have been like just in a place where I felt like, even in this new place, I was feeling like, and this is transparency 101, like we're a family. And so I'm building a community by the grace of Yeshua, to just be transparent and open. And I sometimes the enemy will try to muzzle your words because he wants you to lose sight of what God has promised, lose sight of what God is doing, what He has said, or what He's saying. And I can honestly say, even though I'm into a new year, even though I entered into a new place, and of course my new year already started, going after the Hebrew calendar, I was just like, okay, great, things are going well, and all of these other things. It was like, Lord, there was still some other things going on, and even now things seem a little incomplete, but I just was like, Lord, like, I know you didn't bring me this far to leave me. I know that there's something going on in the spirit realm. Like, there has been a massive amount of spiritual warfare going on. And I need you to understand that's because we, children of the Most High, y'all, righteous seed, remnant people, we are so close to like, I mean, like the breaking of things. Like, we are so close, and the enemy is like, nah, I don't want her to get there. Nah, I don't want him to get there. No, because if they get there, they're gonna really change lives. They're really gonna do what they said they're gonna do. They really got a heart for God. They went through all of that, and they still was trusting God. Like, and so He see you. He sees you, and He knows who you are, and He knows who you are. It's our jobs to stay in posture, stay in position. Do not get out of position in this time. The enemy wants to wear out the saints, y'all. And I need you to understand that it's judgment being passed out like ain't nobody's business. And it may not, you may not have seen the turnover or see things go in the direction. And even when you're looking for God, don't look for, this is for somebody, do not look for your enemies to be paid back in a negative way. This is what you pray. You say, Lord, not my will, but your will be done. I don't know what it's going to take for you to get their hearts. I don't know what it's going to take for you to get their minds. But God, do whatever it takes according to your will. God's payback and His vengeance and His recompense, the way that He will do a thing, has nothing on what you could, it don't even come close. That's what I'm trying to say. To what you could even possibly conjure up in your mind. I need you to understand that. And so I just wanted to share and encourage you all to stay focused. Don't allow the enemy to get into your mind and make you think that God's not coming through, or make you forget what he has already done. We were talking about this in Bible study. Like, I mean, literally, he was all up in, because the enemy can do that. And if by chance you give him a few minutes of that thought, the moment you recognize that it's not of God, you need to remove it, throw it away. Throw it away, because it has no place. It should not have any place here. Okay? And I just wanted to encourage you, because I know that I've been in a new year, a new place, a new year, like in a whole nother year. Like, because we was already in a new year in the Hebrew, according to the Hebrew Bible, but we was in a new year, according to, the calendar of the world, if you understand what I'm saying. And so, like, I'm like, no. We not bagging back. I'm out here, and where I moved to, and I just was like, Lord, I heard a word that said don't settle. And I'm like, God, I don't want to settle, but that means I'm going to have to start over, where I am. And I'm like, Lord, okay, cool. So I got to build my business again. I was already building my business, but I got to build my business according to what God has placed in me. And I'm like, Lord, like, so what you want me to do? I was like filling out job applications. I had an opportunity and still had the opportunity, but it's in a different part of the state. And I'm like, Lord, I need a car to call my own, a vehicle to call my own. I need things to build kingdom. And I'm like, Lord, I'm starting over because I'm trusting you. This is not just, I just was, no. The Holy Spirit opened up a door for me to come and for my children to come, and when I say I believe that he's going to provide my every need according to his riches and glory. Like, I don't, like, when I get up here and do my videos, I don't ever ask anybody for anything. I don't, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on, no, I don't do any of that. I just say, Lord, wherever you lead me, however you decide to bless me, do that. And so I literally have been walking by faith. And y'all, God did something for me so beautiful. He put something in my spirit, and I'm like, Lord, I'm a hairstylist for those who don't know. Outside of that, I help people with their small business needs. I'm a creative. Like, I have what I do and who I am is totally based around creativity. And so I love to make people feel good about themselves. I love to help them enhance, how they view themselves. I love to create an environment and an atmosphere and a memory that can last until the end of time. I am that kind of person. And so I had to wrap my crown up. Yeah, y'all, crown up. Okay, I had to do that because it's been a while. Normally I'm rocking this sport royal stuff, but yeah, it's been something else. But I wanted to share, because even in that, I'm like, Lord, I trust you. Like, I came out here on faith, literally, and he got me here. Like, he got me here. He paved the way. Like, I did not know that a situation that I was going to be in was going to lead me to the resources that I needed to come to new territory. Like, I got so much to say. And I was like, Lord, since I've been here, I have not really given and poured into my family, my YouTube family. And I'm like, Lord, I gotta do better, Jesus. Because my mind has been so bent on, not making money, but like getting out there, getting focused and getting in alignment so that I can start building. And I'm just like, Lord, okay, God, if I take care of your business, you're gonna take care of mine. And so he's working things out. I know even when you cannot trace him, even when you cannot see him, he is working everything out. And we know that all things work together for the good of them who loves God and to those who are the called according to his purpose. And I need you to understand that our ways are not God's ways and our thoughts are not his. And so sometimes we can get discouraged just a little bit, but don't stay there. This is a part of building the kingdom. Don't stay in the sunken place, because we got work to do, okay? I got work to do. I know I got work to do. So if I got work to do, y'all got work to do too. And by any means necessary, we're going to get it done. Y'all, for those who know the words of prayer, pray my strength in the Lord, because, I still have some things that I'm working towards concerning personal matters in my life. And I believe that God is going to show his hand. And however he chooses to do that is none of my business. My job is to be in alignment, stay in position, keep a heart posture of love, be authentic in every facet of that word, continue to create as I do, and also show love, as I do, as I love to do, and keep my, I want to say vibrations, but I don't want to confuse anybody, because the Holy Spirit is the vibration that I'm vibing on, okay? But I want to keep that high. Keep that high. Don't allow the enemy into your mind. Take your emotions out of the process, because, that's so good. When you take it, I think that might be the topic of this message. When you take your emotions out of the process, God can do so much, because it's not like, oh God, I was expecting things to go this way and it didn't happen, and now you're throwing a pity party because you're trying to figure out what's next. God's like, no. When I brought you there with a purpose. I didn't give you all those dreams. I didn't give you all those visions. I didn't give you all those opportunities to sow, and you sowed just to not come through for you. Take your emotions out of the process, because God is doing something beyond what you could ever ask or think of. And he's sending tribe your way. He's sending people that are for you. He's sending destiny helpers your way. I can guarantee you that. As sure as my name is Danny Royal, okay? I literally have been just like, I'm like, Lord, like, what's next? I'm like, I got to build my clientele to get the money. I got to do this to get this. And I said, you know what? However you choose to do it, Lord, I trust you. You have made a way every time. And I know that you're going to make a way now. I know that you're going to make a way again. And I came out here on faith, and knowing that you were going to give me a fresh opportunity and start, and knowing that you were going to give my children a fresh opportunity and start, and knowing that this is where you're going to build something that I've never seen him do in my life or my children's side. Because what I am doing is establishing righteous wealth. And I shall see the Lord's hand in my life in this season. Not only shall I see it, but I decree and declare that you shall see it. You shall see the fullness of God's hand. You shall see the fullness of his blessing. You shall see the fullness of his love. You will have the grace to operate in the power of God. You will have the grace to have influence in areas that men couldn't even go in. You will have the grace to shine bright and use your authority by way of the Holy Spirit on levels that people never would have even thought that God could use you on. I decree and declare that if you get your emotions out of it and you allow God to allow you to go through this process, and you sit back and say, God, not my will, but your will be done, I decree and declare that triple, not double, but triple shall be your portion. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I love you all so much. My name is Danny Royal from DannyRoyal.com. And I'm here. You may have to cry a little bit, maybe even a lot. Even now, I look around. God gave me the prophetic word that there were going to be many deaths, and I am seeing them. And I'm asking God to touch the hearts of man, because it's so easy to get bitter, especially when you are losing people back to back to back. It doesn't feel good. No, God's judgment does not feel good. But he's been warning and warning and warning. And he's like, hey, it's two sides. It's my blessing and then it's my wrath. And see, God's love and his grace is so sufficient and full. But sometimes we take him for granted. Don't take Holy Spirit for granted. Don't take Abba for granted. And understand that everything that he's doing, he knows what you need already. He knows my every need. And I'm out here just trusting God. I don't have it all at all. You know, I'm like, Lord, I need these coins to come in. Where they coming from? You know, I need you know, I got things that I got to take care of. Jesus, what you doing, Father? It's real out here, but I trust him. I trust him. I trust him. I trust him. And I want you all to continue to trust him. I want you all to continue to crown up. Maybe if you might have to cry a little bit, maybe a lot, on your story, on where you've been, on. And then take up your royal place in the kingdom, because you and I have work to do. Not later on. We got work to do right now. So what you must do is stay in position, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord. Be still and know that he's God. I love you all so much. This was a spare the moment video, and it wasn't super long. Not as long as it could be. Y'all know how I can be. I can be long-winded. But I love you all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day. Peace.